Howdy! Welcome to Aspire Mountain Academy. I'm Professor Curtis, your instructor for this course in Introductory Statistics. In less than 10 minutes, this video demonstrates how to use StatCrunch to avoid converting between standard and non-standard normal distributions. Let's get started. To recall in the last mini lecture, we looked at this example of converting between a non-standard normal distribution and a standard normal distribution. We're going to look at this same example to demonstrate how to do the same thing in StatCrunch. So you'll notice we have the table here that you saw on the previous slide just a moment ago, and now what we're going to do is take a look at how to use StatCrunch to do the conversion for you. Here we go. Okay, we're here in StatCrunch. I'm going to show you how to use StatCrunch for working with non-standard normal distributions. Now, you see I've already got here in StatCrunch the table that we were looking at previously with our random variables and the corresponding z-score values. We don't really need this table to do any of the conversion stuff. It's all incorporated inside the normal calculator in StatCrunch. So let's go ahead and get that calculator up. Go to Stat, Calculators, Normal. Here's my normal calculator where the default, as you see, is a standard normal distribution. So I've got the mean value of 0, standard deviation of 1. Let's say I wanted to, apply my range rule of thumb and get the range of usual values. But I want to get the range for the non-standard normal distribution. Well, we know that for the standard normal distribution, that's just going to be the area in between a z-score of -2 and a z-score of +2. So this shaded region here represents the range of usual values for my distribution. And we can see that corresponds with approximately 95% of the area under the curve. I'm going to copy this area so I can use it later. Because StatCrunch gives you the capability of working with non-normal distributions. So non-standard normal distributions. So if I just put in the mean value for the non-standard normal distribution we were looking at, and I can also put in the standard deviation, which was 20. But if I clear these values out, because they're the values I'm actually looking for, and I want my range of usual values. So if I paste back in here that same area, it was under the curve between two standard deviations. I hit compute, and voila, look at the values that come out, 970 and 1050. When we go back to our table, that corresponds, see the -2, 970, and the +2 corresponds with 1050. So these are the same values that we get out of our calculator here in StatCrunch. So StatCrunch is actually doing a lot of the heavy lifting for you. You don't need to go back and forth with that z-score calculation. You don't need to use the z-score tables. Everything is right here inside StatCrunch. Now, if you want to do it the old school way, hey, more power to you. You're free to do that. I prefer to join the 21st century and just do everything here in StatCrunch. So if you put your mean and your standard deviation values in these fields here, for whatever normal distribution you're given, then you can work directly with the random variables and the area under the curve, and you don't need to go through that z-score calculation to transition between one or the other. So StatCrunch makes it really easy, and that's how you do it. So I hope that helped you. And that brings us to the end of this mini lecture. I hope you found it helpful. You can find more mini lectures for this and other courses at AspireMountainAcademy.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.